Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. The markets are still waffling, indecisive, but we can see where they're trying to move. However, when the markets are in this indecisive stage, this is where candlestick day trades become very effective. Right now, we can see the Dow, after doing this wedge formation, coming down, bouncing up, failing all the way back to the bottom, coming up, failing, except this time they only came back to the support level of the 50, which is a good indication that the bearish sentiment isn't going to take everything back down to the bottom of the wedge. That new buying has enough strength to force up through the top of this wedge. Also, we saw where there's a potential selling with the two dark crows on late last week. But now we're back up above the T line, telling you there isn't very much selling strength in the index, especially in the, or not especially, but also in the NASDAQ. This is allowing us to use the pattern setups that allow us to have very high probability day trade setups, like a bullish flutter kicker signal, which is the gap up doji from the previous day's bearish candle. And then we know the doji rule. If it opens positive, got an extremely high probability we're going to trade positive, giving you a bullish flutter kicker signal. We're going to be showing about 7 or 8 of these pattern setups on February 18th, our day trading training session, a full day training. This is where you take the logic of candlestick signals and patterns and know what should happen, especially after a strong bullish signal, such as the best friend signal. If it opens positive the next day, you know you could be day trading in this direction because of the information built into that signal. Where do you get into something like this? This is where we show people how to use the 10-minute chart to say you could be buying here, you could be buying here, and notice how the T line now makes this a very effective trade as far as when to get in, when to get out, when to get back in. And it doesn't matter what you're trading. If you're looking at hogs, you could see how it was trying to base down here. And then when it started trading positive, you can trade this as a day trade setup by just simply going to the 10-minute chart. I'm going to show the techniques of where do you take profits, where do you start buying, where do you start buying, where is your logical high profit trade patterns during the day so that you can make money both on the long side, the short side, and know when to get back into that trade. We're also looking for pattern breakouts, like the bobble breakout. ACMR failed at the 200. Now it's gapped up through the 200, giving us a very high probability factor that this wave right here is going to be the same wave magnitude as this right here. Also, this is where the logic of candlestick analysis becomes very clear. Look what happened when they pulled Z-Lab right back to the 50. Doji, 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 indecisive trading. Now they've closed back up above the T line. Makes this very simple. If this opens positive tomorrow, trading positive, breaking this downtrend, we can now anticipate wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 occurring at a level where everybody else is watching. Or PWSC, same scenario. Pulled back right to the 50, did a Morningstar type signal back up through the T line. If this opens positive, expect more upside. This is not rocket science. This is how investor sentiment works the same way time after time. Take advantage of our offer of a 2-week free trial to come to our website, see what goes on in the chat rooms. The chat rooms provide an immense amount of information and supply of good trades. And if you're learning candlestick analysis, the chat rooms is a way to expedite your learning, because if somebody says, look at XYZ, that's a good pattern setup, that's where you can say, all right, what is that? And it'll be described to you. Greatly speeds up your learning process. On top of that, Join us for a full day training Saturday, February 18th. This is where we go through all the signals and patterns that are not only good, strong probabilities, but are excellent entry strategies for getting into a day trade, and then how to use the intraday charts to know when to take profits during a strong price move. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.